aboard. Around 19 million Americans are planning to set sail on a cruise this year.
And if it's your first time traveling on a boat, we're helping you steer clear of some rookie mistakes. Karyn Locke is here with tips so you don't end up seasick, sunburned, or stuck behind someone in the buffet line. And I will say all three things may happen.
Yes.
And that's okay. But I also think that there are a lot of questions to ask. And I think obviously big picture on cruises, people are like, I'm going to eat, I'm going to drink, and I'm just going to swim. And there's a lot of things that you should consider before you even pick a cruise line, right?
Oh, especially if it's your first cruise. Yeah. So if you're like I am, I've never been on a cruise before. And while I'm planning my first one, I thought this is perfect for the folks at Talk Pittsburgh, because you can save yourself some trouble and listen to my tips.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what kind of questions should people be asking when they're thinking about planning their cruise?
Well, the first one is, what kind of cruise do you want to go on for your first cruise? Do you want it to be a party cruise? Do you want to have fun, that party vibe, all the cocktails, all the food? Then you want to consider like a larger cruise ship, so think MSC and Carnival. But do you want a laid-back river cruise? Because there are actually river cruises. Viking river cruises are the way to go. Now, say you want family vibe, all in, all immersive Disney Cruise Line. You can't go wrong with them.
I'm hearing so many wonderful things about Disney. You don't even have to have kids. Like I know adults without kids who are buying tickets.
I went when I was 12. I am now 37. I remember every day of that trip.
And you would go back, right? Because
totally.
It's so much fun. Wow. Well, now they even offer Halloween cruises. They offer Christmas cruises. I'm all in for those.
Absolutely. Now, what port city should we be cruising out of? Because obviously you're going to have to travel before you travel, given where we are.
Absolutely. And you know what? Depending on the port city that you leave, depends on how much you're going to pay. So think of Port Canaveral near Orlando. You're going to save some money by going there. But believe it or not, Galveston, Texas is a great cruise port, and it's one of the lowest for rates.
Interesting.
That is interesting, because I would never think to go further than where I was, but you can make up that money.
Absolutely. And if you don't want to fly, you want to drive, you'll save some money, especially if it's a large group.
Sure.
But think of New York City. Think of Bayonne, New Jersey, believe it or not. Think about closer ones like Baltimore and Norfolk even. You get some great rates.
Okay, so you book your cruise, you're in the planning process. You know, how I'm thinking is, what are we going to do once we get to these different islands, the excursions?
Well, all about excursions. Yeah, so there are two things to think about when you're planning. You can either book through the cruise ship itself, or you can book directly with that excursion. Now, there's a caveat to booking with a cruise, because say you're late getting back to the cruise, they will wait for you. If you don't book through that cruise, you're there and you have to find your own way home.
I watched someone book it. I just went on a cruise in April. I watched someone book it. They were doing dune buggies.
Yeah.
And when I saw these two girls running towards the boat, nightmare fuel.
Yes.
Do it with the cruise ship, please.
Yeah, they will not wait.
No, they will.
And they will leave your luggage on the dock. Like that. Yeah.
Oh my God.
At least they do you that.
And they're like,
savage.
Have fun getting home.
Yeah, we'll see you there. That would be me. Now, what kind of rooms are available? Because I know sometimes this pushes people away from cruise ships, knowing the myth that they're all small.
Okay, no, there are everything from suites to tons of beds. There are twin beds, so it's all dependent about the amount of people in your party. But let's talk about views. So if it's your first cruise and you have these gorgeous ocean views, consider one with a view or a patio. You could even get out there and smell that fresh air. Now, if you want to save some cash and you're like, well, I don't necessarily need those views, interior staterooms are the way to go, because you will definitely save some money, as they are the lower tier for a cruise ship.
Oh, I needed a view. I needed air to flow through my room.
We're getting more claustrophobic.
Yes.
No, I'm about that too. I want the breeze.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Karyn. These are some good tips.
So
book a cruise
now.
Yes,
immediately. There goes all that money we saved.
That's right. All right. For more travel recommendations and tips from Karyn, you can check out her blog, Sand and Snow. We will have a link to it on our website, kdka.com/talkpittsburgh.